Right.
I'm telling you, like Bijan Robinson literally had to carry the team,
Yeah.
and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but it's like if Bijan Robinson is this talented running back, and he is because numbers don't lie,
Right.
they have to protect him from himself. So
Yeah.
you have to have a
Yeah.
solid runner. You have to have a backup running back because
Mm-hmm.
like I was talking to B Clark. I said, hey man, would you be cool if Bijan Robinson had 1,000 yards running and let's just say 1,000 yards receiving? He said, yeah, I'd be cool with that. Mike McCarthy has done well at developing quarterbacks. My first example of that would be Aaron Rodgers. When Aaron Rodgers finally came and grabbed the reins from Brett Favre, Mike McCarthy was there. And
That's true.
and some of Aaron Rodgers' best years was with Mike McCarthy as the head coach and offensive coordinator. Dak Prescott has had statistically some of his best seasons when Mike McCarthy was head coach of the Cowboys. So
Mm-hmm.
again, I believe that McCarthy can develop a quarterback. I just don't know who that quarterback's going to be because whoever y'all get, if they're young, you're going to have to develop this. Deshaun Watson has to start because of the amount of money that Cleveland is
Mm-hmm.
paying him, and he's healthy. They got to start this guy. And a lot of people are like, oh well, if he's not working, don't start him. I get that. But
Right.
right now, you don't know what you have in Deshaun Watson because of injuries. You don't know what you have. So Deshaun Watson looked rusty to me. He looked like a quarterback
Mm-hmm.
that had not played in a while. Now, obviously, with repetition and live play and stuff like that, that could change. You know what I'm saying? He could get into a rhythm with his team and it could work. But at the same time, how much leeway are you going to give Deshaun Watson?
Why would you
He
draft him and not even use him?
That's
Ashton
what.
Jensen, uh, when they drafted him, when he started, that man went out there and he did a hell of a good job.
Yeah,
But he struggled to get through the line most of the games.
yeah. Offensive
I
line.
remember one game, it was like 3 times he tried to get in through, had to break out and go around just to get some yards. Now that definitely makes him a great running back because you got to know how to adjust.
Yeah,
But
you gotta work smart,
don't
not
hurt that
hard.
man out there.
You gotta work smart, not hard.
Special shout out to Tone Pipe, Brandon Ramsey, and Jen. Thank you so much for this Let's Talk About It Sports Edition live that lasted an hour and 21 minutes. This was really, really cool, talking about all the preseason games and breaking down the games the way we did. For Tone to be a Cowboys fan, Brandon is a Bears fan, and I'm a Steelers fan. We all talked about our respective teams within our conversation, within our discussion. So this was cool. Thank you guys for participating. I appreciate it. It was fun. We will do this again. But as far as everything goes now, tomorrow night, Tone's SportsLive, Tone's Table Sports Talk on TikTok. Be sure and check us out. All right. Special shout out to Tone Pipe, Brandon Ramsey, and Jen. Thank you so much for this Let's Talk About It Sports Edition live that lasted an hour and 21 minutes. This was really, really cool, talking about all the preseason games and breaking down the games the way we did. For Tone to be a Cowboys fan, Brandon is a Bears fan, and I'm a Steelers fan. We all talked about our respective teams within our conversation, within our discussion. So this was cool. Thank you guys for participating. I appreciate it. It was fun. We will do this again. But as far as everything goes now, tomorrow night, Tone's SportsLive, Tone's Table Sports Talk on TikTok. Be sure and check us out. All right.
Is because your body's not used to contact, right? It takes so like like we were talking about, I want to say we were talking about on our show, like conditioning, right? Or no, it was Jen. I'm sorry. Jen was
Yeah.
talking about, we were talking about like conditioning in the off season.
Hmm.
Even though you're a football player and you want to give your body a rest, you still have to condition your body. I'm not saying go out there and play football or not, but you have to condition your body, right? And so again, preseason helps to condition your body for the regular season. So I get what you're saying 1,000%. I still feel like the starters should play in the preseason, but
Right.
because of what this is just new. This is a new era of football. This is something we're all going to have to get accustomed to because Ben Johnson, when they asked Ben Johnson, was Caleb Williams going to come out and play? I was hoping that he would say, yeah, he's going to come out and play a third game. Ben Johnson was like, well, there's a certain amount of reps that we're looking for from Caleb. We already know how Caleb's going to look in the regular season. I'm like, no, you don't know how Caleb's going to look in the regular season because you just don't know. So
Right.
I still feel like the starters need to get out there, even if it ain't nothing but, like you said, for a quarter or for, hey, 15, 20 snaps.
Team for 103 in penalties. What you think about that?
Shit.
You know,
13 for
uh,
103 in penalties.
in preseason, you're going to see that because you got to think
Okay.
these are college people that they haven't learned yet.
Well,
They
yeah,
haven't
I get
learned
that.
yet.
I understand
The flags are going to be thrown all over the field in preseason. Unless you putting your starters out there, these boys they're learning. They're learning. They're trying to figure out the holds. They're trying to figure out, the pass interference. They're trying to figure out all that stuff. I seen one. He went to try to stop him from. It was funny. He went to try to stop him from catching the ball, and instead of going, up and trying to stop it, he decided to pull his jersey,
Oh, wow.
hold him down. It was hilarious. But I mean, they're learning. They're learning out there. They're so the flag's gonna be thrown. But that's where coaching comes in. That's where practice comes in. That's where all
Yes.
that comes in.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Aaron Donald is coming out of retirement to play for the Rams? Which I think.
Yep. I do. I do. But here's the thing. I think that there's pros and cons to this, right? So I look at the LA
Mm.
Rams like the LA Dodgers. And so Aaron Donaldson is going to come out of retirement. I believe he is because he wants a ring. And just when you look at this team on paper, you're like, oh my gosh, what's the one thing that could stop this team on paper? Well, what's the one thing that can stop this team? It's actually two things. Injuries is one. And then, like, again, injuries is the biggest thing. Like, this team has to stay healthy in order for them to do anything. And just because they have Aaron Donaldson, I believe, coming out of retirement, doesn't mean that he's going to be the Aaron Donaldson that retired. Like, I mean, come on,
Right.
man. At the end of the day, like, okay, he comes out and he didn't retire because he was like, oh my gosh, banged up. But he retired because he retired. It was kind of weird how he retired, but he retired. He just retired. So my
All
thing
right.
is, I believe he's coming back. But I don't know if he's gonna be Aaron Donaldson. And I mean, I know they were talking about like how would you play him? Me personally, for the sake of conditioning and trying to keep him healthy, I would play him as a situational, like a third down,
Yeah.
defensive. This guy, I give him $40 million. You know what I'm saying? Why you want to be a $50 million quarterback? Just be a $40 million quarterback, and then let
Uh,
the team take that other money and then do something else with it. You know what I'm
Let
saying?
me let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe let me put it like this. Do you think Tom Brady set Baker Mayfield up for failure? Because
Ooh,
think of it like this.
I ain't touching
Tampa
that. I'm
Bay
not touching that.
have finally had a taste of that championship.
Yep.
They
I am not
want
touching
somebody to keep that momentum going, and
Yeah.
they don't see it in Baker Mayfield. That's why he clearly said, I feel disrespected. Because
Right.
did Tom Brady set Baker Mayfield up for failure?
I would say no, because at the end of the day, here's the thing. Baker set himself up because Baker was the one that signed the contract. You know what I'm
True.
saying? Baker
True.
Yeah.
knew going into the situation what he was. Baker knew that Tampa Bay had Tom Brady. And obviously the Bucks struggled the last year that Brady was there. But at the
Mm-hmm.
end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
the expectation was still, hey man, we have a good thing going and let's keep this thing going. So Baker Mayfield knew what the expectations were, and he actually delivered.